guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the cold girl or I'm cold makeup look. Maybe you guys have seen this going around on TikTok. I have also seen this floating around on YouTube, and I think it is the cutest makeup look for winter, so I wanted to recreate it using some of my personal favorites. So grab your makeup and your brushes so we can try out this trend together, or of course get cozy, grab a snack, and let's get into it. Starting off with some eye primer, I'm going to go in with this one from Rare Beauty, and I'm just going to prep my lids for eyeshadow. This look is actually really easy, especially the eye makeup, and this is great. If you don't have this, you could obviously always just use concealer. I feel like that works really nice as well, but I just love a good eye primer. Next, I'm going to go in with the Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette. This is one of my favorite palettes of the year. I love just how simple it is. You get a blush, a highlighter, and 5 eyeshadows. It's such a good formula and perfect for traveling. You also get a really good mirror in here. So I'm going to start off with the transition color. P.S. This also does come in another shade as well. This is the lighter version. I also really love the tones in this palette because they're just the perfect tones. Like even this transition shade, it's not too orangey or warm, it's not too dark, it's pretty much like a skin tone color, but it just gives like the prettiest tint and it adds a nice contour to the eyes. So I'm pretty much just gonna put this all over and I'm gonna build it up using this fluffy brush. Then I'm going to go in with the shimmery inner corner color, and I'm going to apply that on the inner third of the lid. So I'm just going to pack that shade on. Just kidding. I'm going to just use my finger. You really get like the prettiest finish with your finger. With the brush though, you do get a really pretty soft look. So I think it just really depends on what you are looking for and what you like. But with your finger, you're really going to get, you see, like that full foiled intense look with the eyeshadow. It's so pretty. Another color that I really like that I have in my collection is this highlighter from Hard Candy. It is the Fix My Halo highlighter in the color, just kidding, the color is Fix My Halo. And I'm just gonna press that on right over top to emphasize that color a little bit more. Any highlighter would also work really nicely for this kind of look. This look does call for some winged eyeshadow, so I'm going to use my e.l.f. eye tapes, duh. And I'm jumping back into the eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use the brown on an angled brush. And I'm going to do a wing. Pretty much just like a half wing on the outer lid. Then we remove the tape, which is the best part. I will never not love doing this. That is pretty much it for the eyes. We're just gonna do mascara and lashes. Literally the easiest eye look ever, and lots of inner corner highlight, but we're gonna do that later on when I'm done the entire complexion. But yeah, this palette is amazing. I'm gonna jump back into it in just a minute, but let's do some mascara. I'm taking the ColourPop Act Natural, and I have this one in the color brown. The black version is great too, but the brown is just so pretty and soft. So I'm using Kiss Pompadour lashes. These are perfect. Also, I feel like the Demi Wispies would be a really good option, or even the Kiss number 11 lashes. So good, so natural, and you can get these at Walmart. They are the best. With, of course, the best lash glue, Kiss Stir Lash Adhesive. I've literally been using this for like 7 years at this point. It's truly the only lash glue I will ever use. I like to do a thin layer on the lash band and then take a really thin layer on my top lash line just to really help it stick and last all day. And then after you wait a little bit, you just pop the lash on, and it's so much easier also to apply because then it just sticks better. And always squeeze your real lashes down with the false lashes to help everything blend. And then I like to take my lash applicator or tweezer and kind of just like fluff out the lashes a little bit, especially on the outer corners. Or you could also even curl your lashes afterwards just to help them look a little bit more like fitting to your eyes. Now for the complexion, I'm going to start off with the Say Beauty Super Glow Gel. This is such a beautiful primer. It works great under like, I feel like most foundations. And it pretty much gives you like that Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter glow. But it's such a thin, very lightweight, almost like serum formula. The consistency is much different, but it gives that beautiful glow from within. If you are getting married, you need this primer. It is so beautiful. It's not glittery. It's just like this healthy inner glow that I feel like even if you're not wearing makeup, you could wear this primer and it just like enhances your natural skin and makes it look so pretty. You could also even mix this in with your foundation as well if you wanted to give it a little bit more of a glowy finish, but I love it just on my bare skin. It's so beautiful. So then for foundation, another favorite is the Haus Labs Tri-Glow Skin Tech Foundation. I'm still obsessed with this. It's so good, so long lasting. So I'm gonna rub it in with my finger first and then really blend it out with a brush. The longevity of this foundation is, for me, what makes it so worth it, because the longer you wear it, the prettier the foundation looks, to be honest. And it doesn't even look like you're wearing foundation. Like, you can't really see it on your skin. It's just like another layer of skin. Now, this look is all about the blush. It's all about the layering of the blushes specifically. So going back with my Natasha Denona palette, I'm gonna take the blush and I'm gonna start with this first. And you know what? Actually, just kidding. I'm gonna do the contour first instead. And I'm gonna use the liquid contour from Milani in the shade Honey. I just want a little bit of a bronzy touch, but this look is really all about the blush. So I'm just doing a tad. And I love how easily this contour blends into the skin. It is so seamless. It gives the prettiest wash of color. And it literally blends in like 5 seconds. And I'm gonna just dip right into this blush. This is like a pretty natural rose. And I'm actually gonna do the blush right in the center of the face, pretty much right in this area where we would naturally like get cold if we were outside. And on the nose is totally optional. I know not everybody likes blush on the nose. I think it's really cute, but you could totally skip it and just do the blush on the cheeks if you like as well. Trust the process. I know this is gonna look crazy at first, but trust the process. And I'm also using concealer after because it's gonna help me to blend out the edges of this and make it look super seamless. But I wanna do the blush first. Naturally though, this color, like I said, it is more of like a rose kind of shade, but I wanted to have that base down because I'm going to layer this blush with a different color now. And I think one of the most perfect blushes for this cold makeup trend is the e.l.f. Putty Blush in the color Caribbean. It's just the most perfect raspberry shade, but it's like a raspberry, like rosy red. I am taking this also directly from the back of my hand. That is how pigmented the e.l.f. Putty Blush formula is. You don't need to add a lot. It's super creamy and it's also buildable. So if you want to add more, you can, but start off light. And I just use the back of the brush to apply the product on the back of my hand like this. Now we're gonna add some concealer, and I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer, and I have this one in the color Vanilla Swirl. This is a combination of like a luminous and a matte concealer, which is why I really like it because it's so creamy, but it also has good coverage and it dries down to like a nice soft matte finish. I am gonna blend in that concealer. Very lightly going around the blush. I'm just like using tapping motions. And then also keeping my blush brush on hand, just blending a little bit more. I'm using e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder in the shade Light Pink. This is so smooth. Taking my Amazon puffs, I like to tap off a little bit of the excess powder on the back of my hand and press that right on the under eye area. You already know we gotta do a little pressed powder because I love the loose and pressed powder combination. And you really don't need to even use a lot of the powder. Like for me with the pressed powder, I like to just do a really light layer of this over my entire face. Told you guys the blush looks a little bit more toned down now, so we're gonna add a little bit more, and I'm going in with the one and only blushed duos from Juvia's Place. This is the volume 4, and I'm gonna take that Cotton Candy Pink, and I am just gonna run that over where I applied the cream blush, and we're gonna emphasize that even more. This blush really doesn't need to be layered, but when you do layer it, it just makes it that much better because you get a little bit of this color and then you also get a little bit of whatever you put on underneath peeking through, so it's pretty. And this is a nice layering blush too, like the color of it. And for the eyes, I'm gonna go back into the Hard Candy highlighter, and I am going to add that to the inner corners and really build this up. This is such a gorgeous highlighter. I love it. Look how bright it is. This is perfect for this look, or honestly just in general. Like, I love a good silvery, very white highlight. Just added a touch more of the Charlotte Tilbury powder right underneath just to lighten up the under eyes a little tiny bit. And then on my waterline, I'm using the LA Colors Neon Gel Eyeliner in Flash White. It's just like a bright, creamy white eyeliner. It really opens up the eyes. And I normally use nude, but white is really pretty too, and definitely goes with this look. And I'm gonna also set my eyebrows since I'm here with my Oma Beauty 2-in-1 brow styler. Again, using ColourPop Act Natural. Wow, I really actually like this. This is like really intense with the white eyeliner and lots of like exaggerated blush, but I love it. And I still think you can make this wearable and definitely tweak it to your preference. And then I'm gonna jump into that highlighter from the same palette. Definitely gonna put some down the bridge of my nose and on the tip of the nose as well. I used to do this all the time. I remember like in my old videos from like 2016, 2017, my nose highlight was like as bright as my rig lights. It's really insane how much highlighter we used to wear, and I say we because I feel like the majority of us did this, but today it is necessary. Blending that in with my finger. I'm gonna put some right on my Cupid's bow. And then I'm gonna take my blush brush, just kind of go over that a little bit on my cheeks. And for lips, I'm gonna use the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Sandstorm. Any cool toned lip liner will work, because then I'm just gonna add blush right to the center of my lips. Then I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Blush, again in the shade Caribbean, the one that I was using earlier. And then with the e.l.f. Complexion Duo Brush, I'm gonna take this and just dab some of that right in the center. And I'm just using that same brush just to blend that in a little bit with the lip liner. I'm gonna have to do this more often. I love these putty blushes on the lips. Then I'm gonna use the highly rated Diamond Lip Gloss from Milani. This is pretty much just a clear gloss and it smells amazing. It reminds me of something from my childhood, and it's like the perfect clear gloss over any lip product. Look at that. It's so good. And then to melt all the products into the skin and set everything down, I'm using the Micro Dot Setting Spray from Moira. This is another new favorite. First of all, the mister speaks for itself, but the actual spray is so nice on the skin. And I love the way my makeup looks after I set with this. Look at the mister. Like, come on, are you kidding? And this is truly the definition of trust the process. I know I did a lot of layering with the blush, but surprisingly, I really like the blush placement. I think everything looks really pretty. It's definitely giving me all like the winter glowy makeup look vibes, but this is like such a pretty look that I think is going to work on everyone. So I encourage you guys to try it out using all of your favorite products. And I also love the blush on the lips. I'm definitely gonna have to try that again with the putty blushes because the formula is perfect to do that. So I'm very happy with this trend. I think it's really cute. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, if you're interested, I will have everything that I use linked for you in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. Please do not forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.